Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the mouse cursor block in WordPress Nextr. This is part of a series of videos taking a look at Nextr's blocks one by one. To get started, let's open up a brand new blank page and take a look at this block on its own. Before we continue any further, for the beginners out there, let's take care of some housekeeping things. If this right hand sidebar isn't here, there's this button over here called Settings beside the Publish button. Just click on that. And this is where all of the settings to toggle and configure for the block will show up. Next, let's give our page a title, just to keep things organized. And last but not least, let's add the block itself. On the top left corner, click on this plus icon. It's called the block inserter, and you can either search for the block, or you can see Nextr blocks is right here, and you can just scroll down and find it. So the easiest way is to just drag and drop that into our workspace. And here we have our mouse cursor block. So this block allows you to customize your cursor on a certain page as you please. So if I wanted to force, as you can see, if I wanted to force my cursor to be the crosshair, that's how it'll work. And one thing to note is that this block here, this back end area, is just for testing purposes. So if I were to add some other blocks over here, I'd have my ordinary cursor and I can click and select things, but this is how my cursor will appear on the front end. So let's take a look at our preview. And if it doesn't work, let's go ahead and just publish it. And here you can see that on the entire page, my cursor has turned into the crosshair. So let's take a look at what we can do with this block. So on the right side here, we have our layout tab, and we can enable or disable the backend design box. But this is just for us to double check what our cursor will look like. And next we can choose where we want our cursor to change or appear. So we can have it on the entire body, only on rows, only on columns, only on certain blocks. And we can change what type of cursor we have. So we can have a cursor icon here, and you can see we have a predefined cursor, which are just the standard ones. You can see pointer, grabbing, resize by width, weight, and so on and so forth, right? Next, we can put in a custom image, right? And we can select something like this, or probably something like this, something with a corner, this first aid kit. And you can see, this is an SVG, by the way, clear transparent SVG, and you can see that it changes to this image. And we can also change what it looks like when you click. So let's insert it and use probably the injection over here, and it probably won't appear over here when in our backend, but that's that. Next, we can use a follow image. So an image will follow your cursor, right? That's pretty cool. And you can customize the offset. You can put it on the left or on the right. You see? Let's set it to low numbers right here. And we can change the maximum width. And again, we can also change how it looks like when we click. Next, we have follow text. So this is what the follow text is going to be, and we can change the offsets as before. Here you go, and then we can offset it from the left. There you go, and might serve as a good reminder for certain pages that are very important. And we have follow circle, which is just a circle that's going to follow your cursor around, and it's just going to help you highlight things. You can use this for accessibility things for people that might have their cursor on default on their computer, and you might be asking them to click very small things on your page or certain specific things, and it's going to help them spot their cursor a bit easier. And you can see the Z index over here where it's set, and you can put it behind, you can put it in front for special effects, and additional CSS classes over here. And we can change also what kind of circle we have. We can have a progress here, so once we scroll down, or it's going to change color, or yeah. And next we have our blend. So you can see this is even more for accessibility, and if we center this up, you can see it makes it much easier to see. So let's go ahead and, well, we can also upload a custom cursor over here, but let's go ahead and use follow image, since that's the easiest to see. And under style, if we were to use follow text, we would get typography over here. If we were to use, also to change your font size, font background, and so on. If we were to use follow circle, we'd have some options for follow circle over here. And I believe if we were to use progress, we'd get the stroke color for here as well. So let's stick with the follow image, and let's go ahead and insert some animated boxes here just so we can see the interaction. Let's hit publish and take a look at this block on the live site. Let's reload it, and you can see that the cursor now has changed. And if I move this around, there you go, it loads in, and my cursor works just fine with the follow image. So this is a cool way to customize your site, make it look cool, or make it very accessible for people who might have a hard time viewing their own cursors on their screen. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out one of our other videos, or go ahead and check out our channel and subscribe to see more content like this.